video games.
Hello and welcome to ToME and welcome Terravan to Never Leave Bree Challenge.
Wait, what the hell is Bree? Oh, I know what Bree is. I've never played this before. Whoa! This is a text game?
It's a classic roguelike ASCII game. Haven't you ever seen Dwarf Fortress?
No, I'm intimidated by Dwarf Fortress's difficulty.
Yeah, as am I actually. But no, this is a classic roguelike.
Oh man, you got 99 biscuits?
No, that was a store. They were selling 99 biscuits.
Oh. Level 48, can't you buy 99 biscuits?
If you look on this screen here, I have, let's see, 2.2 million gold. So yes, I can afford quite a few biscuits.
Sweet.
But no, what I actually want are potions of experience that I need to make. And for that I need ingredients, and for that I need lots of money to buy the things that have the right ingredients in them, such as the Scroll of Greater Remove Curse, which costs 10 grand.
Ooh.
But it has an essence of extra life in it, and I need 30 of those to make a potion of experience.
What's your gains on potion of experience?
Each potion of experience gives me 100,000 experience points.
Oh, okay. So you just sit in town
And I need about 500,000 to gain a level. I need 5 potions, basically.
Oh, okay. So how'd you get your gold in the first place?
Well, I'm showing that off now. I've bought 4 bolts that explode. 4 bolts / exploding. Or parentheses exploding. And you'll notice I have a bunch of essences of poison. So I power the bolts with venom.
Oh, venom bolts sell for a lot more.
Now I have bolts of venom exploding, and they count as having 2 enchantments on them, even though exploding is not magical. So they sell for a crap ton of money. They sell for close to 20 grand each. I think 16 grand.
Oh, okay, so it's a infinite money loop.
As long as the ingredients show up, yes. It's random whether any bolts or any ammo that is exploding will show up in store.
Do you exit leave the store, or do you have to save and reload?
No, what I do is, it's daytime now, and I'm going to, as a giant zombie troll, sleep in the entrance to the bar. All day.
Oh.
And when I get hungry, I go into the bar and they feed me. And then the sun sets, and every time the sun sets or rises, the stores refresh.
Okay.
So I'm basically sleeping in town. Potions of healing also have the essences I need and are a lot cheaper. And also once in a while, usually once per stream, I stream for an hour. Usually once per stream, the black market will actually sell a potion of experience just straight up, and I can just buy it.
Oh, sweet. So you've never had to fight a creature?
I actually have.
Oh, okay.
Early on, like the first thing you do, after you've gotten some gear with your starting money and whatnot, if you look on this house 8 or building 8 here, that's my home. That you don't start out with a home. You start out with a quest. It's got like low-level novice warriors and mages and a bandit, and you have to kill them, clear them out, and then you get the house as a reward.
Okay.
And that gets you your first. That gets you your first 7 levels or so. Then there's another quest that you can do later to kill a bunch of forest trolls, and it's actually the forest trolls from The Hobbit. It's Bert, Bill, and Tom. And you kill those guys, and you that's more experience. So there are ways to gain some levels without leaving town before you do the potion thing.
Oh, what about Belinda Proudfoot? Are you gonna help her?
No, that requires leaving town.
Screw that lady. I need to sleep from the bar and drink these potions.
Her son is lost in one of the most frustrating dungeons in the game.
Sweet. And this is the first time you get a quest like that?
Yeah, you're not intended to do it, first off. The first quest, I guess, other than the house quest that you're supposed to do, is, Farmer Maggot somewhere in here. There he is. Farmer Maggot will also bother you. He wants you to go get some mushrooms. That's like 2 screens away from town. Just on the overworld. Like, you don't even have to go into a dungeon. But his dogs are around and they'll attack you. And he gets sad if you kill them. But, I mean, if you're level 1, you kind of have to. Otherwise, they'll just rip you apart. But again, it's leaving town, so I can't do that.
Shit. What are you going to do when you reach level 99 or 100?
I will never reach level 99 or 100 because the level cap is 50.
Oh, so you're almost done.
Yeah, well, for varying definitions of almost. It's going to be 2 hours, this stream and another one probably to get to level 49. And then probably at least 3, if not 4, to get to level from 49 to 50.
Well, your goal is in sight.
Yeah. But after I do that, I'm going to actually play the game and show it off. Cause...
Okay, play what a max level character that's going to be. I would like that.
Well, there's one wrinkle with that. I'm kind of surprised it hasn't shown up yet. But when you reach a certain character level, you can start getting fates. It's actually an option you can turn on or off, and I foolishly left it on. And it's like 1 in 50,000 every game turn that you will get a fate. So, over the long periods of time, you will get them. But the chances on any particular turn you're getting them are very slim. Fates are usually bad. Well, they're usually meaningless. Sometimes they're bad, and sometimes they can give you, like, artifacts. Where it's like, you are fated to find Sting, the dagger from The Hobbit, on level 10 of the dungeon. Which means you go to level 10, and right there in front of you will be this artifact, and it's like, yeah, I have an artifact now. But you can also, let me just briefly show it off. These are all my fates. I've got 134 fates.
Oh.
You can also be fated to die. I'm fated to die on level 1.
Oh.
I'm actually fated to die on level 1 3 times over, I think. I've gotten 3 fates that say you're fated to die on level 1.
So you just walk in and die, or is it just a really hard fight?
Death fates are a special level. It's a 1 screen only. There's absolutely no terrain, and there's no walls or anything. It's a completely wide open arena. And you have a ton of high-level monsters that are, like, completely out of depth. Like, level 1, you're normally fighting, kobolds and worms and things, like, really easy stuff. And there will be, like, mature dragons and things like that. Hydras. Probably some sort of giants.
Did the death fate stack? Like, did it get exponentially harder? Or...
No, there's a cap to him.
Well, you're level 50, right? Is it still gonna kill you?
I don't expect it to, because not only am I level 50, but as an alchemist, I have been spending all of this time maxing out my stats and getting really awesome equipment just coming from the town.
Okay, so you should be Death Destroyer Worlds.
So I should be, yeah, I should be fine for the death fate. I might still die.
JMG 919. I didn't see his question right, but he was asking what's this game about. So I guess what's the plot of this game?
Oh, it's Lord of the Rings. It's basically literally just straight up Lord of the Rings. Like, your initial quest is ignore this one. But your initial quest is, hey, there's some dangerous thing in Mirkwood. Go check out Mirkwood, and that's the Necromancer, who is Sauron. So you go to Mirkwood. There's a dungeon there. You go fight, the Necromancer version of Sauron, who's not as strong as the final version, and then you go tell somebody, I think Galadriel in Lothlorien, say, hey, Sauron's around, and she'll say, okay, go take care of Sauron. Like, you need to go to Angband and destroy the One Ring and all that good stuff. And you can, if you want, destroy the One Ring. It's kind of involved. And then you have to kill Sauron and Morgoth in Angband. Or you can, whoops. Or you can say, screw that noise, I'm going to be all-powerful and wear the One Ring. And then go kill Sauron and Morgoth. It's a lot simpler to just wear it. Because you skip the whole part where you have to go destroy it in a separate dungeon. But, you know, it's the evil ending. As opposed to the good ending. And it also locks you out of the bonus quest, which is like the super hard you will die thing. It's called the Void.
Okay.
I don't know if my character can take on the Void. As powerful as he is, he's not really built for it yet. So we'll see how it goes.
Well, with all your millions of gold, is there a late game town that could just set you up?
No.
Or is all the towns just kind of...
Well, there are better towns with better stores. But the things you need for the Void are a lot of preparation, a lot of special skills, and a certain magic item.
Okay.
Because the Void is a vacuum. So you need an item that lets you breathe without air. Otherwise you'll just suffocate and need constant healing. JMG asks, is this the only build of the game? No, this is version 2.3.5. A lot of classic roguelikes have version trees. There is a 2.3.7 floating around. I think. I don't have that. There are some alpha builds of version 3, which never left alpha, so they're really unstable, and I don't recommend using them. And then instead of ToME 4, he actually stripped out all the Tolkien stuff, put a graphic tile set on it, and it's Tales of Magi-All on Steam that you can buy, so he's selling it now. If you've ever played Tales of Magi-All, that is the offshoot of this. This is the classic, and I prefer this. And this itself was based on, or no, this used to be called Pern Angband. It had a lot of Pern, Dragon Riders of Pern references, and Anne McCaffrey sent him into cease and desist, so we had to take those out. And it became this. And Pern Angband was itself based on Z Angband, which was based on the works of Roger Zelazny, hence the Z in Z Angband, which was a variant of the original roguelike Angband, which I think is still supported, and I don't know what version it's up to, but I'm sure there's somebody still maintaining it. But the Angband is one of the big three classic roguelikes, along with NetHack and Ancient Domains of Mystery, Ancient Dungeons of Mystery, ADOM, whatever that stands for. And then there's Dwarf Fortress, which is the only true roguelike that anybody actually knows about these days, because it's Dwarf Fortress. Anyway, I now have 33, 32. I have enough essences for a potion of experience. I'm going to make it, and I'm going to chug a lug. And now I'm only 379,819 experience points away from a level.
Sweet. Did it.
And I've got 2 essences left over to start on the next one. And that's what this is. This is me circling around town, farming for ingredients, farming for cash, and occasionally seeing something in the black market that I like and debating about whether to buy it.
Well, I think it's interesting. It gives me something to look at while I grind in command mission offline so I can get the damn game over with.
But, yeah, once I get to 50, I'm gonna go to level 1 and see what happens with the death fates. I'm not sure what's going to happen with the fact that I have 3 of them on the same level. Like, I really hope that the game doesn't crash or anything like that as a result. And I also really hope that I don't die.
Well, couldn't you just back up your save and go see?
No, this is a roguelike. Death is permanent. It flags your save file.
Like, even if you make a copy of your save?
Well, if you make a copy of your save, you're just a cheater.
Well, yeah, but for... I don't know, wouldn't you rather find out it's gonna crash before you got to level 50?
Well, that would require leaving Bree. No, if something bad does happen, I will have still satisfied the requirements of the challenge, so I'll still see, like, okay, I completed it. I got to level 50 without leaving town. And then I'll just make a new character, and I'll either cheat, I'll either show off wizard mode, or I'll show off the more common way to power level an alchemist that doesn't require farming in town for hours upon hours, and then go, do an LP of the game.
Very good.
So death isn't going to stop me, but I'm going to do the challenge first. JMG asks, you said 2.3.5, that is correct.
Oh, maybe you got somebody that's gonna play along with you.
Or just get frustrated and quit. Because you die a lot in this game. This game does not hold your hand. What does Pseudo Dragon do? Oh, it's Light Darkness. Okay.
I have a really intelligent friend of mine, and his favorite game to play is Crawl. And he keeps trying to get me to play it, but Crawl just, it just whoops me real good.
Oh! My bolts came out cursed.
Oh, balls. That makes them worthless there.
Well, I'm gonna have to go uncurse them and try again.
Nah.
Your success rate on the enchantment thing is based on your luck, which is a hidden stat.
Nah.
And zombie trolls have very poor luck, who would have thought? So, about one time in 4, I will end up with cursed bolts. And I'll have to go remove curse and take the essences out and re-empower them and hope that they aren't cursed again. Okay, they're not. They're fine. Because stores won't buy cursed items. And that's 200... That was like $250,000 gold. I was not going to walk away from. I hate all these black tees. They're filthy street urchins. If they touch you, then they will steal a percentage of your money.
Oh, shit.
I have a lot of money. I don't want them to steal it. They're jerks. Really? You know what? I don't care about just one bolt. I'm just gonna get rid of that. Also, I'm going to sell off some of my 100 bottles because they're now splitting up into 2 stacks, and that's annoying. I don't need an Essence of Darkness. Yeah, the real injustice here is that I've got, how much gold have I got? Almost 250, almost 2.5 million gold. And I'm still killing townspeople for their 20 bucks. See, that guy gave me 22 bucks. And he had no chance to stop me from killing him. You'd think that the people of Bree would learn.
You'd think some guards would come out and tell you, oi, oi, please stop doing that.
Well, that blue T that I most recently killed was a battle-scarred veteran. And if he couldn't stop me, I don't think a town guard will.
I own this town now. It's like a Fable.
I literally could buy the town. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so it's like Fable where you could kill everybody in town and buy all the buildings?
Well, you can't buy all the buildings here, but like...
Ah, boo.
I could buy everything that appears in every store. We got some random artifact armor. What do we got? Immunity to electricity. That's dumb. That is the least important immunity that you could possibly get.
Damn.
Like, every other immunity has a purpose. Immunity to electricity. No. But I have to sleep in the doorway to the inn because, anytime that you're in line of sight of these two NPCs, Farmer Maggot or Melinda Proudfoot, they'll message spam you. And if you try to rest while they can see you, you will have to click through tons of message spam as they just spam you constantly for 9,000 turns while you're trying to rest.
Just talk to them and like get the quest and...
See, now this is cold immunity. That's better. There is a thing that you will need cold immunity, or that I will need cold immunity for. Most people actually won't, because they won't go into the dungeon that requires cold immunity. But I will, since I'm showing things off. There's all these things that I need. My house is full of stuff. I don't know what to get rid of. Maybe the Scrolls of Greater Destruction. I don't know. Maybe I'll just pass it up. I'm not going to need cold for a while. That is the wrong scroll. And I also backed up too far. Ugh. I've almost got enough for the next potion.
How many potions do you average an hour? I don't know.
I usually aim for 3.
Okay.
And anything that I buy in the store is gravy. I can usually get 3 potions in an hour's stream. But I am entirely reliant on the RNG to stock the ingredients in the stores.
Nah.
So there is variance at play. But that's why I say I'll probably get it next stream. Because I need 4 potions and I already had 1 today. So the chances of me getting 5 potions in an hour is slim. I can sometimes...
GMG booted up Tales of Middle Earth.
Yeah, good luck with that. Don't be an alchemist to start unless you've watched every stream that I've done and gotten this massive tutorial on crafting and exploiting alchemy and things like that. And plan to just camp out in town.
All I know from Crawl, for example, is if you're gonna pick anything that casts spells or makes potions or whatever, you need to read a damn encyclopedia before you know what you're doing. And any time along the way, you can make something that's gonna kill you. That reminds me of, there's a game on the NES where you have access to every spell in the game from the start if you already played it before and you know what they are. Because you just get these, like, the runes at the beginning that you make your spells out of. And if you make something that isn't a recipe, you get a question mark spell. It has... I think the least likely result is that it'll heal you to full, and the most likely result is that you just spontaneously combust or explode.
Was it an Ultima game? Because I know Ultima has rune spellcasting.
I want to say it's simply called Magician, but I'll look it up. It is just literally called Magician.
I remember reading about that in Nintendo Power because I was a child at that time, because I'm old now. But I never played it myself.
I think, if I remember correctly, part of the speedrun is making the mistake spell and hoping you get a good result.
I hate RNG-based speedruns.
Yep, so you reach a point where, well, is my run over, or can I keep going? Oh, I exploded. Run over.
I hate RNG-based speedruns.
Oh, what about the 3-second speedrun of Clue, where you just mash A and reset if you don't win?
I've seen a 1-second speedrun of Clue on PC where it's tasked and, like, you can't even see the game because the inputs happen so fast. It's like the game starts up and then it goes to, you've solved the case, because it's just...
No, because it's
faster than you can...
version is now loading, yeah.
Yeah, it's just faster than you can actually see inputting an accusation of Miss Scarlet in whatever's first, with whatever's first. And if it's right, then you won in 1 second.
My favorite, I think it's a little bit longer than that, but my favorite speedrun will always be King's Bounty for the Genesis. King's Bounty is a long, sort of roguelike game where the goal is to find this treasure.
It's not roguelike, it's just an RPG. I've seen King's Bounty, the classic one.
Oh, okay.
I've seen, like...
roguelike because the treasure can be anywhere and it's random.
Yeah, that just means it's random. That doesn't mean it's a roguelike.
Oh, I thought, well, I've only seen the test, so I figured other parts of the game are equally random. But okay. Well, for the tests, the treasure is just buried where you start, so you just start the game and dig.
Ugh.
So the game boots up, and then you're immediately shown this cast of monsters, and it's like, congratulations, you found a treasure. Your total score is 0. Or you might get some minor token amount for finding the treasure.
Also, Frungmeister says hello in the chat.
Oh, hell no. What up, Doug?
Alright, that's enough for the next potion.
Exciting.
Anton1234 asked Bree is waifu. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Frunchmeister asked, will you continue with FF8? I noticed you were struggling. Yeah, I'm going to continue. I'm still gaining levels. It's just not as fast because level scaling's down.
Because you never leave Bree. So Bree is your wife.
Bree is not my waifu. If any city in this game is my waifu, it's Lothlorien.
Oh, I was gonna say, if anything in this game is your waifu, it's those experience potions.
No, the dude in the black market does not sell them often enough for me to consider him my waifu.
I was gonna say earlier, yes, I like trying to. I gauge playing games on how easily I can 100%. That's why I haven't played Skyrim because it's too.
I got a fate.
New.
I got a fate.
Oh,
it came back. It came too quickly. This is my message history. But yeah, it's purple text that pops up. It says you should see a soothsayer. So I'm going to have fate number 135 or whatever, and soothsayer is just right here next to building 4.
I really hope you're fated to die on level 1.
Let's find out. Yep, fate number 135. Let's scroll down and see it. You may find a potion of slow poison on level 1. Who cares?
Good. Do all of those override the, like, if when you're fated to die, does that override all the, other level 1 ones?
I don't know. Because I'm also fated to find, like, 50 different items on level 1. So I don't know if they're going to show up or not, or if I'm going to get screwed out of them.
Oh, what I'm wondering is, if you get out of this area, or not this area, but
Bree.
whatever the place is called where you're fated, when you go to that place where you're fated to die,
Level 1.
does that replace level 1, or when you leave that do you enter a real level 1?
If I beat the death fate, because you can't leave until you kill everything, and then leave level 1 and re-enter, I will get a normal level 1.
Okay.
Unless, because I have the fate multiple times, I'm going to have 3 death fates on it, and then the 4th time it'll be normal. I don't know how it works when it's multiplied. You know, when I have these multiple fates. They might all trigger at once, they might crash the game, they might trigger one after the other.
Oh, I'm eager to find out.
Well,
I'll have to tune in.
I should find out before Christmas.
So you're only playing it for your Saturday day stream?
Yeah, it's my Saturday stream. Once I finish Final Fantasy 400% in 10 years, I'll probably make this my daily stream. But
you only got 6 rare items left, don't you?
No, I only have 3 items left, and only 2 of them are rare.
Oh, 3.
But but that's gonna be a long time to find.
No, there can't be any more rare than the other rare stuff, can they?
Well, the problem is, they drop from boss flag monsters, which means that they're immune to Life 2, so I can't use the Life 2 exploit to get 100 drops per battle.
Well, yeah.
So...
Well, I don't know. You know...
Did I do this? What happened here?
I don't know. It's just
Why
from
did
one completionist to another. I admire your iron will.
My stupidity to have taken on a challenge with a game that has 1 in 64 drop rates on 1 in 20 chance of drops, period.
Like, I wouldn't mind doing stuff like that if people would sit with me, but usually people just come on my stream and say, Terravale, what the hell are you doing?
Well, because you play bad games. Final Fantasy IV is at least a good game. And this is at least a good game, according to me. If I can get my freaking inputs correct. I'm trying to talk and type at the same time. It's not working for some reason. Anton has 3 items. Yeah, I need... From Red Dragons, I need a Dragoon Spear and a Crystal Ring. And from the Evil Mask, I need a Glass Helmet. And then I will have gotten every item in the game. And be ready to actually finish the damn thing. I'll just roll over the final boss. Because I've already done everything else. Too many stupid street urchins. Where am I at? I'm at 35 minutes. I need to hurry up. I'm behind the pace. I think. How many potions have I had so far? Do you remember?
I want to say 2.
Well, if I had 2, I'm not behind pace, so I'm fine. I'd still like to get a potion of experience from the store, though.
Yeah, I got a feeling it's 2. To be honest with you, I've just been listening to you more than watching the game, because, you know, the game's...
The game is very samey and also very incomprehensible to look at. Because I'm menuing so fast nowadays.
Can't
Experience!
Be that much more samey than this damn game.
Potion of experience, it's even half off.
Oh, there you go.
Thank you.
Oh, you're definitely on pace now.
Tipo the Fair.
Yeah, my boy Tipo.
Hey, it could be my girl Tipo, which would be much better for me if I'm waifuing the black market person. Tipo, you're letting me down. There was no potion there. Anton, it's not a dwarf. You're thinking of Dwarf Fortress. Tipo the Fair is clearly marked human. And besides, I'm a zombie troll. I don't think I can be that picky. In fact, let me boot up my character description. I am the offspring of a water troll warrior. I have blue bloodshot eyes, oily dark purple hair, and black ulcerous skin.
Ugh.
Yes.
Not exactly a looker, eh?
I do have 32 charisma, so I'm actually a very well-spoken and handsome zombie troll with black ulcerous skin. Because you know what they say, once you go black ulcerous, you never go back ulcerous. Or something.
Oh.
In this case, you never go back because he kills you for your 20 bucks. Which is basically what I do to all the townspeople. Except for these 2 quest givers who are immortal. Otherwise, they would have been shanked day 1. Just to stop them from talking at me constantly. Wow, nothing at all in any of the stores that time. I don't really want Rune of Protection right now. Scrolls of Rune of Protection have the same ingredient, but they also have extra ingredients, and the fact that it was fireproof means it takes an extra step to take it out, and I can't be bothered. Not for 1/30th of a potion, anyway. If it was a better source, then I would bother. But no. Well, I'm up to 19, so I should get... Yeah, I got 20 minutes left. I should get another potion out of it, which means if I can find one in the black market again, I should gain a level today instead of next week.
Wow, wait. Here's the hoping.
Well, it's entirely up to the random number goddess.
Hmm.
So if you have a goat you don't mind sacrificing, I'd appreciate it.
Fresh out, buddy.
Well, you can get your homebrew going and then pour one out for the RNG. Will that work?
Well, it wouldn't be ready for like a month.
Yeah, but if you pour one out and it's a homebrew, I think it counts double or something.
Ooh.
That's something to keep in mind. There's an excited dog. I don't know if that picked up on the microphone or not. It probably did.
A little bit.
No, Farmer Maggot, don't stand in my way, you jerk. Greater healing, that's a help. Now I only need 3 more essences. But I'll still be a potion short unless I find one for sale. Blastinus asks, is that a scroll of corpse explosion? Yes, those things exist. I don't remember that from the book, he says. No, that's from Angband, I think. Or one of the variants that this is based on. Now she's standing in the way. Why are they all jerks like that? I don't think I have either of those ring recipes. Let me check. Shard and Chaos Resistance. I do not. So I'm going to need to buy these and learn the recipe for how to make these. And if you take items apart, you have a 1 in 3 chance of learning the recipe. But that's for suckers. If you have an item like this that you can enchant, the thing to do is... Let's see, I'm going to need fire and mana. I'm pretty sure I have the others in here. You can make it indestructible. Remove the indestructible enchantment from it, and the game loses track of the fact that you bought it from a store. Which means you can then read a scroll of greater identify at it, and that will give you the recipe. So you can take the RNG out of the equation with a little exploitation. I don't know why I'm only taking 4. I'm going to need more than that. So I'm going to need fire and mana. Fire should be in here. Yes. 8 fireproof scrolls. They have fire essences in them. And bam. I now have 8 fire essences. And the magic shop is stripped to the bone, so I can't get the mana essences today. I will have to wait on that. Alright. I don't remember if wands of mage lock have mana or not. Nope, they have force. Never mind. That's the wrong ingredient. What just happened? I hit the wrong thing is what happened. I accidentally took off a ring. Alright, come on. Mana, no. Why are you not giving me mana? There we go, wand of mana thrust. And I should have... Okay, they are selling the greater identify scrolls. Okay, so let's power the ring of shard resistance to be indestructible. We'll power the ring of chaos resistance to be indestructible. We'll extract the indestructible part from each of them so they're just normal rings again. And bam. Recipe learned. And recipe learned. So if I go to my little recipe book, there's chaos resistance up there. It requires light. That makes no sense. And shard resistance, which requires explosion and teleport for some reason. Anyway, that's how you learn recipes without relying on the RNG. I can dump these off, I don't need them anymore. Alright, I can dump off the rings, because I know how to make them, I don't need them anymore. And I need those ring recipes because when I make custom artifacts, I will need those rings as ingredients to give those resistances to my artifacts. Like if I want an artifact that has the property of makes you resistant to shards, I will need to feed it a ring of shard resistance as part of the cost. And Blasness asks, how did you get so much gold anyway? I'm buying rare ammo and then making it magical, and being magical rare ammo, it's worth a lot of money. I'm selling it. That's the short version. Come on. I am 2 essences away from the potion, and you're not giving me the ingredients. There we go.
Oh, if you heard any bizarre noises, there was somebody knocking urgently on the door, and it was just my mom knocking on the door, raising me, because that's what she usually does.
I did not hear anything now.
Oh, okay.
But I got the potion down.
Still trolling?
So I've got 1 more to go, but I only have like 10 minutes left, so I'm probably not going to get it. It'll be left to next time. But in the meantime, I want to get as many ingredients as I can, because I'm still going to need a level after this. Did this not refresh, even though it went tonight? What happened here? Here you boil-covered wretch. I got your money. Oh boy, another fate. More of my prophecy's been unearthed. Because the gods have nothing better to do while I do this than come up with prophecies for me. Alright, let's see what my fate is. Number 136. Oh, I may find a warhammer on level 1.
Sweet.
A normal weapon. It's actually not going to be normal, it's going to be magical in some way, but it's not going to be worth it, because I already have really awesome equipment. A non-artifact weapon is not going to compare with it. What am I doing? I'm just hoping, I guess. I guess I can't complain too much since I got 1 potion of experience from the store, and that's what I said I usually get. Anton is surprised that there are scrolls of mass genocide. I'm not sure why. Given the fact that in my house I have saved up 14 fireproof scrolls of mass genocide. They're actually going to be important for a couple quests. That's why I have them. And also they're a pretty good emergency escape button. Just wipe out whatever's bothering you. think I'm gonna have time for one more cycle after this, and then I'm just gonna prep for the next one. And call it a day. Are you still there, Teravan?
Yep.
Okay.
You're gonna call it a day, are you?
Well, after I do one more cycle. I think that's all I have time for. But I've got a little bit of progress on the next potion. The next time I'll be guaranteed to get the level. And then we'll see how far away I am from the end, from level 50. Ooh, indestructible ring of speed, but it's only +7, and I've got a +11 right now, so no. Furnish Meister asks when will you stream FF8 next? Tonight. That'll be the evening stream. Alright, this is it. Last chance for Potion of Experience. Oh, greater requirement. That is getting... Do I want to buy that or do I want to steal it? I'll just buy it. I can afford it. "20 essences of magic." Very important. No ingredients for potion, though. I do not have enough room in my house for 20 essences of magic. What can I get rid of? You know what? I'm going to get rid of these scrolls of greater destruction because I'm never going to use them. I'm fairly confident in that statement. Between just being awesome and having scrolls of mass genocide as backup, I don't think I need destruction. Alright. So I'll do it. Anton asks what's the deal with FF8. I'm grinding to level 100 in Balam Garden. And the monsters scale to your level, and it's bad. They scale better than I do, and they're just killing me now. But that'll be for tonight. Thank you, Teravan, for showing up and keeping me company and whatnot.
Alright, no problem.
Check out his channel. It's Twitch TV/Teravan.
Wow, wait a shot, huh?
Yeah, well, you're joining me in the chat. Of course you're going to get a plug.
We.
So yeah, tonight, Final Fantasy VIII. And until then, take care.
Wow, wait.